Don't ban this, love this, torrent this with Dando. This is Drew from Babyshambles.
It's the Torrent This podcast. I am Dando, and today my guest is one of the founding members of one of my favourite bands. Since forming in 2003, they've released 2 studio albums, Shotter's Nation and Down in Albion. They took a bit of a break, but they're back now, are set to release a new album, and going to be doing their first tour of Australia this July, which includes a gig at the Palace on July 25th in Melbourne, and of course, Splendour in the Grass. They are Babyshambles, and I'm very lucky to be joined right now by Drew McConnell. Drew, thanks for your time, mate. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm always good, dude. What's been happening today for you so far? I know it's still morning where you are.
It's pretty early, man. I've been for a swim, had some breakfast. I'm gonna talk to you for a while, then I'm going down to Bermondsey, but we're mixing a record.
Oh, beautiful. Are you a keen swimmer?
Well, I was in a pretty severe accident about a year ago. I was hit by a car, and so I had to do it for rehab.
Yeah, I heard about that. You went to Tenerife, didn't you, to Helsinki?
That's right, yes.
Yeah, do you think that, like, that accident, do you think that changed you as a songwriter?
Possibly. It's I guess it's hard for me to say myself.
Yeah.
I know that it certainly made me write a bunch of really good songs.
I myself, I've never been in a serious car accident, so I can't speak from example, but can you remember it actually occurring, or is it more of a blur to you these days?
I can remember the point right up to where the car hit me. After that, I was out for 15 minutes on the road. I came to with paramedics, putting smelling salts under my nose and telling me not to move because my spine was broken.
Fucking hell, that's insane, dude. You grew up in Tenerife. I'm assuming that's the main reason you chose to go back there in junior recovery, yeah?
Yes, that's correct, yeah.
How important do you think it was being in Tenerife to write the stuff for Helsinki?
Well, I don't know, it wasn't a contrived thing in any way. I just went back because my old man was going to be away and his house was going to be empty, and I thought, you know what, I could really do with being at my home for a month. Yeah. So I went there, and it was really quiet. There was no one around. I was on my own, and being back on that little island that I grew up on, it kind of, and now being a man in, like in my early 30s, it was kind of like this, and I'm just coming so close to death, and it was kind of like this really reflective second adolescence kind of period where I just, everything kind of seemed to come full circle. Yeah. So I guess, it was being in Tenerife was pretty instrumental.
Is Alone still your favourite song?
From the Coast to Silence album?
Yeah.
I just think Very Last Boy Alive is probably up there, and Ordinary Man. Alone, I think captures in the lyrics the essence of that kind of that feeling of stripping everything right back down and thinking about the innocence of youth and the circle of life.
Yeah. Well, like I said before, Babyshambles, you guys, you're back. And as I said, you're touring Australia for the first time. Have you yourself ever been to Australia? Because I know this is the first time you guys are touring, but have you ever visited yourself?
Yeah. I came over briefly once. I went to Melbourne and to Sydney. I liked it pretty good.
What?
I don't think I was there long enough to acquaint myself properly with it. I went to some cool places in Melbourne.
What's something you're most looking forward to about coming this time around? Is it playing the new stuff?
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing an Australian artist there called Steve Smythe.
Okay, yes.
Babyshambles was a big fan of his, so hopefully we're going to catch him. And I'm trying to hook it up so he maybe comes and plays with us when we play those side shows.
I'm sure he would love that.
That would be amazing.
I'm sure he would love that too, dude.
You reckon? You think he'd be into it?
Oh, as if he wouldn't, dude. You're the Babyshambles. Fuck.
If you see him, put a good word in for us.
I will certainly pass the message on. Now, talking about the new album, did it feel odd going into the studio again, or was it just like picking up where things left off?
Oh, we were just all overjoyed. It didn't, there was no oddness at all. We were just camping at the bed. We'd all been straining at the leash to get in there. So as soon as we got in there, it all just flew out. And it was the happiest and easiest time that I can remember being in the studio with guys. It was all smiles. Everyone was playing really well. We all seemed to be just, at the top of our game. And just really happy to be back in the studio making a record with the boys,
Yeah, that's sweet, man. Well, I'm a massive fan personally of Dan and Albion. Which track off of that do you think is the closest to what we can expect from the new album?
Wow. I don't know, I think 8 Dead Boys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe I'll go 8 Dead Boys.
Okay.
That's kind of a more muscular edge to some of the stuff. We backed off the throttle a bit on Shutters Nation, and now we've stepped it up again.
When can we expect it to be out, do you think?
Early September we're looking at.
Oh, beautiful. So it won't be out before you come here in Australia, damn.
No, unfortunately not. But we will play some of the songs from the record.
Yeah, sweet.
You guys have also got a new drummer in for this record. Is he fitting in well?
Yes, when he hands the gloves.
When you're looking for like a new member for a band, like you yourself, are you more likely to look at someone who's from an established band, or do you look at all options?
Oh, all options. Established band doesn't mean anything, man. You gotta go with, first off, someone that you can get on with.
Yeah.
Adam Faulkner, the new drummer, he's just the nicest guy in the world. And then the next thing is musical compatibility, because as a bass player, it's really important for me to be able to feel like I can sit in the pocket with a drummer,
Yeah.
This guy and I we work really well.
That's good to hear, dude. Well, you quite often, I read so many negative comments from people about Pete, most of which have probably never actually met the guy. You've known him for years now. Is he as bad as everyone really makes him out to be, or is it just the media trying to sell papers?
You should see him playing pool. He's terrible.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I mean, he's. Do you mean is he a fire-breathing, cocaine vampire?
That's exactly what I meant. Yeah.
No, man. He's pretty rock and roll. I can't deny that the boy knows how to party.
Yeah.
But man, you're coming from Australia. Kids in Australia know how to party, man.
We do.
Okay, I think it depends on your definition of bad. He's a beautiful soul and a wonderful, wonderful friend. But he likes to let his hair down everything.
And who cares? That's all in good fun.
Exactly.
Have you yourself ever been shocked by anything that Pete's done?
Yeah.
Example?
Yeah, of course. I've known him for 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd probably be hard pushed to find a friend that you've known for 10 years that hasn't upset you at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, dude. Well, just one last question. This is the one I asked to everybody. We're running a little bit low on time. It's what advice do you have for all aspiring songwriters and musicians?
Songwriters, just be as honest as you can. Just write down the truest thing that you know, and then after that, write down the next truest thing that you know, and keep doing that, and it'll be good. And musicians, learn to read music.
That's it. Alright, well there you go, guys. Make sure you get yourselves a copy of Babyshambles' new album once it's released in September. Check them out in Melbourne at the Palace on July 25th, as well as Splendor in the Grass. Sure to be awesome. And for all the latest news and info, like them on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Babyshambles. Once again, Drew, been a pleasure, man, and good luck with the rest of the year.
Take care, mate.